It's Tuesday evening, it's 9:10, still quite nice and light. We're on this little farmyard campsite, a few miles from Camarthen, quite close to the National Botanic Garden of Wales, where we're planning to go tomorrow. So I'm just walking down to the shower block and thought I'd just record a little message. So last night we stayed with Jake in his flat in Newport, which was really nice to catch up with him. It was the first time Steve had seen his flat. He was lucky enough to be a single person and managed to buy his own place on a mortgage, obviously not outright. That would be a dream, wouldn't it? Anyway, so he is now a homeowner, so that was nice, and he's got a nice little sofa bed which was very comfortable. And this morning we drove to Cardiff Bay, which is an area where they've redeveloped the Docklands, the old Docklands of Cardiff. So it's a fairly typical Docklands development, you know, there's a theatre and a cinema and a couple of things to do and a few shops and lots of restaurants, mostly chain restaurants. But we had a quite nice lunch at Wagamama. Oh, I'm going to get run over, hang on. There we go, better move over to the side. And what did we do then? Oh yeah, so it was quite rainy there, and then it cleared up for a while, so we did get a view across the bay. And then we drove over to Mumbles, home of the famous Catherine Zeta-Jones, I believe. And it was pretty rainy and pretty misty, and we walked down to the pier, and you could only get halfway down the pier because they are refurbishing it and putting new wooden planks down on the pier. Probably a good thing because you don't want to fall through into the water, dear. And then we've driven slightly north, slightly inland, on the edge of Carmarthen. Nice little campsite here. It's quite close to the A48, but it's quite quiet and peaceful actually. So yeah, that's today in a nutshell. Oh, I should say that yesterday, when we were in Newport, we went to the market hall, which is it's like a traditional style market hall, but it's quite new, and it's got loads and loads of different food outlets, and you can order on a fancy app using a QR code and blah blah blah, and you find your table number, and eventually somebody brings your food. But Steve and I ordered from one place and Jake ordered from another place. Jake got his food in about 10 minutes and ours took about half an hour. And Jake foolishly forgot to buy some ketchup for his chips, and you can't just go and get some, you have to order it on an app, so you know we had to do without. And when our drinks came, they were kind of lukewarm. We didn't get a glass, we just got a can. No ice or anything, so that was a bit disappointing. But the reason we went there was because this stall in the market hall had been featured on a Hairy Bikers programme a couple of months ago, and it was called Bab House, BABHAUS, and it was like a fusion of where do nachos and stuff come from, wherever that comes from, like kind of Mexican food with sort of Middle Eastern influences. And it was really, really good, I have to say. Very, very nice. Huge portions. And even though we had to wait a long time for it, it was worth the wait. So if you ever find yourself in Newport Market Hall, go to Bab House.